The Ukrainian Democratic Alliance for Reform was a political party in Ukraine headed by retired Ukrainian professional heavyweight boxer and the WBC World Heavyweight Champion Emeritus Vitali Klitschko. It merged into the Petro Poroshenko Bloc on 28 August 2015. The party had an anti-corruption and pro-European platform. Legally it is the successor of political party European Capital, which was registered in March 2005. In its last outing the party was founded on April 24, 2010, on the basis of the Vitali Klitschko Bloc, a local political alliance in Kiev. UDAR had observer status in the European People's Party. The party won 40 seats in the Ukrainian parliament in the 2012 Ukrainian parliamentary election. In the 2014 parliamentary election, 30% of the Petro Poroshenko Bloc election list was filled by members of UDAR, and UDAR leader Klitschko topped that list. The Petro Poroshenko Bloc won the election with 132 seats. History. Political Party European Capital. The political party European Capital was registered in March 2005 and the party gained 0.04% of the votes during the Ukrainian parliamentary elections 2006. The party did not participate in the 2007 Ukrainian parliamentary elections. In February 2009 the party renamed itself Political Party New Country. Lev Parshaladze was elected into the Kiev City Council for the Vitali Klitschko Bloc in 2008, but expelled from the faction for repeatedly voting differently from the faction. On December 2, 2010, Vitali Klitschko Bloc. The Vitali Klitschko Bloc were two local political coalitions in the capital of Ukraine, Kiev, who contended in two local elections there. On December 10, 2005, the parties PORA and Reforms and Order Party agreed to create a bloc civic party PORAROP that would contend in the March 26, 2006 Kiev City Council elections. The bloc was led by Vitali Klitschko, a Ukrainian professional boxer and current WBC heavyweight champion, and became Bloc Vitali Klitschko PORAROP, which won 14 seats in the 2006 election. Klitschko thus is a deputy of the Kiev City Council since April 2006. The bloc fell apart very soon after the election. During the simultaneous elections for mayor of Kiev, Klitschko received 26% of votes. During the 2008 Kiev local election, the Vitali Klitschko Bloc was a combination of the party's People's Movement of Ukraine, Political Party European Capital, and Ukrainian Social Democrats, and it won 10.61% of the votes and 15 seats in the Kiev City Council. During the simultaneously held elections for mayor of Kiev, Klitschko received 17.9% of votes. The 14th of October 2008, Vitali Klitschko announced that participation of his bloc in the next Ukrainian parliamentary election was possible. He added that a decision on the participation in the race will be definitely taken by the entire political team making up the bloc of Klitschko, not by him personally. A possible candidate to run with the Vitali Klitschko Bloc in an electoral bloc was the European Party of Ukraine, Vitali Klitschko Bloc, People's Movement of Ukraine, European Capital, Ukrainian Social Democrats, Ukrainian Democratic Alliance for Reform. On a party congress held on 24 April 2010, the political party New Country renamed itself into Ukrainian Democratic Alliance for Reform and elected boxer Vitali Klitschko as its leader. The party officially became Ukrainian Democratic Alliance for Reform of Vitali Klitschko mid-July 2010. During the 2010 Ukrainian local elections, the party won about 400 representatives in municipalities and oblast councils. The bloc of Vitali Klitschko faction in the Kiev City Council changed its name to UDAR of Vitali Klitschko in February 2011. The party has a strong popularity in Kiev. In September 2011, party leader Klitschko stated that the party was considering the possibility of merging with other political parties before contending in the 2012 Ukrainian parliamentary elections. In December 2011, UDAR of Vitali Klitschko and Civil Position were negotiating a unification, but Civil Position eventually joined Batkyshina during these elections. UDAR became a partner of the Christian Democratic Union of Germany in November 2011. UDAR is supported by the German government and the Konrad Adenauer Foundation and received support in particular from Angela Merkel and also politicians from the conservative European People's Party. According to information gained by the German magazine Der Spiegel, the target was to set up Klitschko purposefully as a new strongman in Kiev in order to counter this way the Kremlin's growing influence. Support consisted in logistics, training and joint performances. Assistance was also promised by Christoph Heusgen, Ronald Pofalla and Guido Westerwelle. UDAR did not join the Dictatorship Resistance Committee, but on the 22nd of January 2012 it did sign an agreement on joint actions with that alliance. Starting in March 2010, the party's popularity in opinion polls reached a level almost twice as high as the election threshold. The election list of the party was a mixture of candidates who used to represent parties from all over the political spectrum of Ukraine. After a successful application, the European People's Party started on the 5th of April 2012 the process of making UDAR an observer member of the organization. In July 2012, party leader Klitschko stated that his party would not cooperate with the Party of Regions in a new parliament. Early August 2012, the party complained its candidates for People's Deputy suffered psychological and physical pressure and is 10 times higher than other parties. 2 weeks before 28th of October 2012 Ukrainian parliamentary election, UDAR withdrew 26 of its candidates running in single-member constituencies in favor of Batkyshina candidates, and Batkyshina withdrew 26 parliamentary candidates in favor of UDAR in an attempt to maximize votes for the opposition. In the election, the party won 13.97% of the national votes in 6 constituencies and thus 40 parliamentary seats. Support for UDAR was the least diversified at the regional level compared with the results of the other leading parties. Independent candidates Yaroslav Dubnovich and Fedia Nihoe joined the UDAR parliamentary faction on the 12th of December 2012. The same day, party leader Klitschko was elected to lead the party's faction. The party is coordinating its parliamentary activities with Batkyshina and Svoboda. Late December 2012, UDAR and the United National Movement from Georgia signed a cooperation agreement. In May 2013, UDAR, Batkyshina and Svoboda vowed to coordinate their actions during the 2015 Ukrainian presidential election. On the 6th of September 2013, the party was granted observer status in the European People's Party. Party leader Klitschko confirmed on the 28th of February 2014 that he would take part in the 2014 Ukrainian presidential election, but on the 29th of March 2014 announced that he had changed his mind and would run for the post of mayor of Kiev in the 2014 Kiev local election set for 25 May 2014. In the 2014 Ukrainian presidential election, Klitschko endorsed the candidacy of Petro Poroshenko. Klitschko won Kiev's mayoral elections with almost 57% of the votes. Poroshenko was elected president of Ukraine on the 25th of May 2014. Klitschko was sworn in as mayor on the 5th of June 2014. The same day, the Ukrainian parliament had deprived Klitschko of his MP mandate. Hence, Vitali Klitschko was elected to lead the party's faction in parliament on the 7th of June 2014, merge into the Petro Poroshenko Bloc. On the 2nd of September, Klitschko stated that since his party and Petro Poroshenko Bloc had agreed to joint participation in parliamentary elections on 29 March 2014, the two parties were in discussion about the format for how to do so in the October 2014 Ukrainian parliamentary election. On the 15th of September, it became clear that 30% of the Petro Poroshenko Bloc election list would be filled by members of UDAR and that UDAR leader Vitali Klitschko is at the top of this list. Klitschko vowed not to resign as incumbent mayor of Kiev. Petro Poroshenko Bloc went on to win the 2014 Ukrainian parliamentary election with 132 seats, surpassing the runner-up People's Front, which won 82 seats. However, People's Front did perform better than the Petro Poroshenko Bloc with 0.33% in the nationwide election under party lists, but the party did win 69 constituency seats while People's Front won only 18 constituencies. On the 28th of August 2015, Petro Poroshenko Bloc and UDAR merged into one party, Petro Poroshenko Bloc. At the Unifying Congress, Klitschko was elected as leader of this party. Ideology and political positions. UDAR tends to avoid sensitive and polarizing subjects and focuses instead on popular topics, such as more empowerment to ordinary Ukrainians and a ruthless campaign against corruption, the indifference of the authorities, the lack of local governance, inequality and poverty. The party wants to unleash the power of the state and provide conditions for welfare. The party is in favor of the association agreement between Ukraine and the European Union. It has made no stance on a possible NATO membership of Ukraine. UDAR wants to overcome social inequality with the abandonment of the idea of cheap labor. In education, the party wants to bring education in Ukraine to European standards by development of external testing and monitoring the quality of education. UDAR wants to return to a 12-year compulsory secondary education with specialized training in the last 2 classes and 3 cycles of learning in higher education, bachelor's degree, master's degree and postgraduate. It also wants to guarantee autonomy of educational institutions by legislation. The party wants to combat corruption in Ukraine with more transparency and the creation of an independent anti-corruption agency. UDAR wants to reduce the number of state agencies in order to minimize the interaction of the citizen with an official, and it wants to simplify procedures for registering property. It wants to reduce the number of taxes from 23 to 7 and to generally simplify the taxing system. Owners of the land for agricultural purposes should only be citizens of Ukraine. UDAR wants to abolish the privileges of the chairman of the Verkhovna Rada and former presidents of Ukraine and to reduce benefits for current parliamentarians. The party has pledged to reboot the court system and reinforce the control of the public over elections. The party is in favor of holding citizens' initiatives after 150,000 signatures are collected. The party is in favor of elections with regional open lists and mayoral elections in 2 rounds. In local elections, it favors a voting age of 16. It also wants to introduce in Ukraine a law on impeachment of the President of Ukraine. The party wants to simplify procedures for the establishment and registration of public and charitable organizations. In June 2013, the party's parliamentary faction voted for the denunciation of the 2010 Ukrainian-Russian naval base for natural gas treaty. Election results: Verkhovna Rada Kiev City Council leaders